Hi, Sean. How are you today?
Hey Bandy, how you doing?
Doing good. Did you have a good week?
I had a very hectic week.
Oh,
Um, I have purchased a condo,
oh,
so
congratulations.
it was a lot of the offer got accepted Sunday, and then it's been a lot of like running around,
Wow.
all the running around and trying to get all the paperwork and everything together, and insurance and all that fun jazz. Um,
Yeah, that's a lot.
it is.
That was fast.
It inventory out here isn't that great in the first place. Um,
Yeah,
at least in my window of affordability to where I'm not house poor.
right. Hmm.
So it was one of those, I found this condo. I wasn't really looking for a condo, but it had all but like maybe two things on my checklist.
Hmm.
So I'm like, and I don't have to worry about like yard maintenance and all that stuff too. So
Sure. Well, that's good.
yes,
I live in
I'm
a duplex
excited.
and I really like it.
I,
I
I'm
I live on
ex
one
I'm
side of a
ex
duplex. I think it's nice.
I like I like the neighborhood. I know it
Hmm.
fairly well. Used to be by
Yeah.
my old office. So, because we moved offices in 20 late 22, early 23.
Hmm.
And so this is by the old place that we used to be located at. So I know the area pretty well.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, it's been a lot.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I went on travel for work like a month and a half ago,
Oh,
and I'm like, uh, oh God, that was like 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
So I'm definitely
Yeah,
just,
that was really fast because you just
yeah.
started looking for a place.
Oh, again, oh, there hasn't been a lot cropping up, at least within my window of affordability.
Yeah.
Or if I found something, like I found like what I would think at the time at this given juncture would have been the one. I just couldn't afford it
Oh,
because
yeah.
of taxes, and then
Oh, yeah. I mean, housing
it,
right now is awful, so
it was also an
cost-wise, it's
HOA.
crazy.
It also had
Oh, man.
so
Yeah,
like
that
between
stinks.
those two things, I was like,
Eh,
it would have been like 2,100 a month, and I'm like, I'm not cool with that.
right. And is that worth it?
Yeah, I was just like,
Hmm.
so I close on the 21st of March,
Okay.
so um, that'll be a little bit of a hectic week as well, probably.
Yeah.
Um, but everything else right now, it's just a matter of getting people on the money side doing the money things, and
Right.
I'm through underwriting, which is like the worst part usually.
Yeah. I lived in a condo when I was in grad school and I live in a duplex now and I really like it. So I think it can be great. And having an HOA is really annoying. Where I lived before this had an
It can
HOA
be.
and it can
I've
be
had
awful.
I- my first townhouse had an HOA, and they were like the most annoying thing that they would do is they an annual like walkthrough of the complex, and you
Oh,
get like a little list like paint your shutters, paint the
yeah.
railings on your deck, um, replace your fence, like stuff like that. And then I've lived in a
Right.
place where it was the stereotypical reason everybody hates HOAs, just a bunch of senior citizens with nothing better to do who just like
Hmm.
to harass people.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Pretty
Hopefully it
much
goes great.
I pretty much keep to myself. I've been living in this apartment for 3 years, and I don't know damn one of my neighbors.
Oh.
Not a one of them.
Do you like that better? Like, do you like kind of having quiet and just kind of keeping to yourself?
I mean, it's just kind of how I've been.
Hmm.
I'm a keep to myself kind of person.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's okay.
just
Nothing wrong with that.
do my thing. I sit around. I watch my anime. I play my video games, and
Yeah,
I'm fine.
right. Nothing wrong with that.
Occasionally, I go out to a bar. Eh.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good to me.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's usually something that I can make here anyway.
Yeah, right. You're like, I could have made this at home. Yeah.
Yeah, for a tenth of the price.
Yes.
So
Especially when you start factoring in tip and whatnot. So,
yeah, and just me.
yeah, my grandpa told me if you make your home a place that you enjoy being, you like take the time to make it comfortable and stuff. He was like, you'll save a lot of money because you won't want to go out as much.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are a few things we were like. I had to schedule the inspection that got done Friday. Like again, it was kind of a whirlwind of stuff. But they found like a few things. On only one of them is something I'm considering a major thing,
Hmm.
but I may not be responsible for it.
Oh, that would be nice.
So, um,
Well,
one of the
hopefully.
one of the roof trusses, like one of the cross members broke, and it looks like somebody literally just nailed another board to it,
Oh, weird.
um, which is totally against building code.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not responsible for the roof per se. That's
Sure.
the exterior of the building that
Hmm.
should be on the HOA.
Yeah.
So
So
it's one of
hopefully
those
that's
like,
handled.
yeah, I'm like, I'll ask. Worst case scenario, I know how to do it. Do I want
Right.
to? No.
Yeah, you're like, I'd really like it to be fixed for me, thanks.
Yeah, I'd really like to not do it, but if I have
If
to,
I have to, I can.
it's not terrible, and everything else was just kind of minor. There's one thing about the place that's just weird,
Hmm.
and that's the master bathroom has
Oh,
a tub but no shower.
strange.
I thought
That's odd.
it's the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, I have never in my life seen a tub with no shower. I've seen a shower with no tub, but I've never seen a tub with no shower.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and it's a big tub too. So
Odd.
I an
Like a
elder
fancy, yeah.
an elderly couple used to own the place.
Sure. That makes more sense.
So it had
They
some ish.
clearly enjoyed their bath time.
Exactly. I'm just like, not what I would have done, but okay. There's
Yeah,
time. I can save up and do something about that.
sure. Hmm.
Not
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah, so you'll just have to shower. And do you have another bathroom?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
another bathroom and it does have a
So,
shower, but
yeah. But it would be
it
nice because you're
yeah,
going to be
exactly.
staying in the the master.
Yeah, I was like, this is a little weird, but okay. Worst case
Yeah.
scenario, it's some couple of boxes of tile and about
Right.
4 foot of pipe, but
Hmm. So you're like, okay, I can handle this
it,
if
it's
needed.
it's doable. Like I used to, I don't have it anymore, but I used to be a licensed plumber,
Oh, wow, that's
so
amazing.
it's not terrible. But I'm just like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Clearly they didn't care to take showers. So
I guess I don't know. Again, it was super weird, and I'm just like, I mean, it can be fixed, but huh?
you just rather not have to.
Yeah,
It is odd. I agree.
it was strange. It was very
That's
strange.
funny. Yeah, you never know what people will want though, because like my grandpa had a couple apartments that were like rental properties, and he took out, there was a bathroom that had a bathtub but no shower because it was older, and he redid the whole bathroom. And he put in a shower and he was like, it's a lot more roomy, you can move around, but it didn't have a bathtub then. And then, like, he was showing it to possible renters and they were all like, oh, but you don't have a bathtub. And he was like, it's all these like nurses who work at the hospital across the street who like really want to take a bath. And he was like, dang it.
I mean, that's fair, but
He was like, I thought it was nicer.
I don't know at that
You
point
just never know.
if it's a standalone property or something, at that point just communal hot tub.
I know, right? Yeah.
Here you go.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't think he has them anymore, but that would have been a good solution if it was possible. I don't know.
Hey, you can get them pretty cheap anymore these days.
Yeah, that's a good thought. I like it.
5 grand.
Yeah, that's smart. Very smart. Alrighty, so you've had a busy week, so I'm guessing you didn't have as much time to be practicing, which is perfectly
or
okay.
or any.
That's all right. Remember last time we met and you were like, man, I'd like to buy a place, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And look
Yeah,
at you, you did it. So
and in like
lightning quick.
breakneck time.
Right. That's amazing. I love it. So
And
it's gonna
now
be a
it's just
really
a waiting
exciting
game.
thing.
Yeah, now it's just a
Yeah.
waiting game. Um,
Yep.
just I have the money. I know what I need to bring to closing.
Yeah.
Like it's just a matter of everybody else getting their pound of flesh
Yep.
and then everything. We'll see what happens, but it's just like, oh my God.
Well, that's all right. It sounds like it's going to end up being a really positive thing and it's all working out. And it just takes a little bit
Getting
of
there.
time.
Getting there.
I feel like you want it to be exciting, but big purchases like that are usually stressful and less exciting than you would hope they would be.
I think I'll be good once the papers are signed.
Yeah.
Like papers are signed, keys in hand, the process is done. Because I have a
Mhm.
month to move out of the apartment.
Oh, right. Yeah. So you're like,
So
TikTok.
like I don't have well, I'll have a whole month to pack up and move,
Okay,
which
that's good.
that means like I can pack a couple boxes, take them with me to work because
Oh, sure.
it's closer to work.
Yeah.
So I can, stop on the way home and drop off the boxes. So like really
Yeah.
there's no like it has a that I don't have to take my washer and dryer with me because it has a washer dryer. So like
Nice.
that's the big like holy crap, I don't want to move that damn thing.
Right. And you don't have to.
Yeah.
So,
And I talked to a coworker and I'm like, "Hey, like you've got a lake house, right?" He's like, "Yeah." "Do you want a washer and dryer for it?" He's like, "How much?" I'm like, "If you haul it away for free."
just please
Like,
take it off my
yeah, just
hands.
come and get it. Mhm.
I mean, I think that's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that there's anything wrong with it. It's just I
You're like,
have,
I just need it gone.
yeah, I can't leave it, and I don't want to take it with me.
Hmm.
It functions just
Right.
fine. So I'm like, I mean, they're not pretty, but they function.
Right. So,
So
what more do you need?
exactly. So I'm just like, do what you want.
That's awesome. All righty. So, as we're diving in today, why don't we start with our key first, our scale
Okay.
arpeggio? We're doing the four octaves now. Is it six sharps? Is that right?
Yes.
Excellent. All right.
So
So working through our minors, F, C, G, D, A, and E sharp, which makes it the key of what?
ah,
What minor? What would the major be? And then what would the minor be? So it would
the,
be F sharp major. So it would be D sharp minor.
yes, D sharp minor. All right. Just one of those like derp moments.
You're good.
So
You haven't practiced this week, so we gotta get you back in your head
Yeah.
back in the game. So, all right. So D sharp minor, and then this one I find is actually pretty easy to remember fingering because you
Yes.
can line up on the black keys and feel it out pretty well.
It's the
So everything is sharped except
decline.
one. So what is not sharped?
F. F.
B. B is the one that is not sharped. So you will not be playing B
Ah,
sharp,
that's
which is
right.
also C. The
Yep.
E is sharped. So
Yes.
yeah,
So
so you're gonna have um B is your only one that's not sharped. So you're gonna line up your two and three on the two black keys and your two, three, four on those three black keys, right?
yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And then we said arpeggios.
Mm-hmm.
The one that always. That was yes, that was four.
Nice. Good. All right. So then let's go through all of the different chords in this key. So we're going to
Okay.
start with D sharp. All right. So what do we have first? D sharp, then F what? Is it natural? Is it sharped?
F sharp.
Sharp. And then we have A, which is also sharp, right? So D sharp, F sharp, A sharp.
It was a G.
So then after that, we're going to go up to E sharp, which is the F, G sharp, and B.
B.
B natural, which is funky.
Yeah, it does sound a little weird. And then we have G sharp, B sharp, C sharp.
So B natural, G sharp,
B natural,
B
yes.
natural, D sharp.
And
So then
then
after this one, we go to A
A
sharp,
sharp,
C sharp,
E
E
sharp,
sharp, which is the F,
and then B natural, ooh,
and
B,
so G sharp, B natural, and
so
D sharp. And then after that, you have A
B,
sharp,
G
C
natural.
sharp, E sharp.
So on the B, it's B,
For B, you have B, D sharp, F
E
sharp.
sharp.
So it's a major chord.
That's what I thought. I was a little confused there for a second.
Yeah. Then you're going to have C sharp, E sharp, which is F, and G sharp.
And then we're back to the D.
D sharp, F sharp, A sharp.
Okay. Mhm. So,
And that's all of your chords in this key. So, definitely not what you're expecting when you're used to doing major.
yeah, yeah. I think the F sharp major is like the. Mm.
Yeah. All right. So then let's go ahead and we are going to try going through our Hanon exercise. We're on number 5, right?
Yes.
Great.
Oops. Unlock you bastard. I hit the lock button when I went to go pick up and move the phone.
Oh, no.
So, um, 8, 5. Okay. All right. I'm gonna remember this again. C. A. Yeah. Once I get the pattern back down, I should be okay. But
Yep. And
two
we can do hands separately first if we need to.
probably would be a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
C, A. Damn it. This is the decline, which is Dagnabbit. There it is. Okay, so feeling pretty good about this. It's kind of kind of a comeback to me moment, but it's on the right hand. So we've got Yep, yep, that's still right. And this is where I've lost my place. Yay. Okay, so I went one too far. So so I should have stopped at the A. So when I hit no B. And then from here it's that. Eh. Ah, dagnabbit. So other than in the right hand, my three fingers seems to be dead weight. I just like it. I don't know what it is. It's just not. Actually, I'm sorry. It's my two finger. It just
Yeah,
it's not wanting to come along on the decline, which is a little
sure.
squirrely. I don't know why, but
And those things can happen. My middle finger on my left hand right now is like the joint here feels like a flare up of some tendonitis right now.
I
Like,
I had something like here in my thumb, like Monday through Wednesday. I don't know what it was. Like
oh,
I could make a fist, no problem.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
I can do that, but it just like it's slow and it just feels kind of
it
like
was this
tight and I've been
motion.
icing it and stuff.
It was this motion that it was like I could
Oh,
feel it
yeah.
all in here in the ball of my hand. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what did I do?
Hmm.
Like I couldn't even think about it, and I went to go attempt to practice. I think it was like Tuesday, and it was just like
Oh
excruciating. And
no.
I'm like, that's not happening right now.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, when you use, your hands for your instrument, sometimes things happen and they just don't want to work as
It was
well at that
it was
moment.
I think what bothered me more was I couldn't even pinpoint what I'd done.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
It was just
But I
like,
sometimes just get like tendonitis flare-ups from playing piano so much. And so I just kind of know that sometimes occasionally that happens and then I deal with it as needed.
but
So,
yeah, I was at work and I was typing something and I'm like,
yeah.
why does this feel kind of tender? And I went to go like
Yeah.
make a fist and like I was like, okay, that's a little uncomfortable. And then I moved my
Mhm.
thumb back and I'm like, holy effing,
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what the heck did I
Well, if you
do?
type a lot for work too, I mean, if you think about piano and typing, those kind of
Yeah,
motions are going to be similar and they are definitely going to be things that, affect your ability
I
to
was
to play.
I
So,
was thinking back to like, did I do something on like my site visits? Like
yeah.
some of them, like both of them had like physically intensive moments. And I'm like,
Right.
I mean, I was crawling on the roof of one lab and like my legs were on fire the next couple of days
Right.
after that. But
Yeah. So
I'm
it could
like,
be something you just didn't notice doing at the time as
yeah,
well.
I was just very like, what did I do? I hate this.
Yeah.
Like literally I'm like pulling like because I'm like it felt like a jam actually, like that's the best
Oh,
way I can describe it, but it
yeah.
wasn't
Sure.
because I could mash on it all the live long day, but the second I did that like
Yeah.
torquing motion on the muscle, I was like all right in here.
Yeah, you're like, this is
I
not
was like
not working for me.
I remember I think it was Monday when it really started hurting. I'm like literally I'm just like full on like hand stretch palm because I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel bad. I'm gonna stay like this for a bit. So I'm like, all right, let's see. Can I get a 10? Can I get a 10? Like, nope, not quite.
Yeah. So, I mean, this week with my little flare up feeling, I just have reworked fingerings and, maybe just like left out notes when needed. So it's annoying to have to deal with, but it's something that you can deal with. I have a student who's very, very good, but she's elderly now and she just has arthritis and things she has to deal with. And
Oh
so
yeah,
we rework fingerings for her to be able to play her pieces. And, part of it is figuring out where she's at, and different weeks too. She'll get kind of like arthritis flare ups in different fingers and whatnot. So, we'll go through and figure out how she needs to play for what's going on with her in that moment, but it
yeah,
definitely is something that a lot of people do have to deal with either because of a finger jam or because of all kinds of different things. So um
yeah.
just
It's
kind of
pretty
observing
much
in yourself and where you're at and what you need.
like laid on the couch with a hand wrapped in the heating pad for like 15
Yeah.
minutes on, 15 minutes off.
Hmm.
I'm just like, I don't know what it did. And like, woke up Tuesday. I'm like, okay, it's still hurts, but it's not as bad. So that means
Yeah.
maybe it's getting better. And then Wednesday, I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like, but it feels tight, but not painful. And I'm still
Yeah.
in that same boat now. Like, I can feel it like down here, but I'm like,
Hmm.
it used to be like, do that. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I was like, what did I do to my hand? Like I was like, just give me a hammer and I'll fix this real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because it felt like I wanted to beat on it. Like, so, like, maybe if
Oh,
something was dislocated or something. I'm like,
right.
what is going on?
Yeah, like a shoulder that's popped out, you can like
Yeah.
pull on it and it'll pop back. Yeah, that
Uh,
kind of thing.
I've done that once or twice.
Oh, that's painful.
Oh, it is like hands down like one of the worst things I've done to myself physically while conscious, and
Yeah.
but it's an instant relief thing.
All right.
It
Mm-hmm.
is like when you dislocate it, I thought I broke
It's
it.
awful. Yeah.
I thought I broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm like I remember going like because I fell off a ladder and then
Oh
when I did it
no.
and like I
Yikes.
remember like stumbling about and then I'm like okay I can't move my arm, searing burning pain,
Oh,
like I broke it. Great. So like walking towards the job site trailer like kind of stumbled and like tried to go lean on a
right.
wall and it popped it back in and I'm like ah.
Whoa. Yeah, instant relief.
I'm like okay, it's throbbing but it does not feel nearly as bad as it used to.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only dislocated my shoulder along with breaking it, and then on this side I
Hmm.
tore a ligament, but it wasn't a dislocation, but I have known people that their joints pop out pretty easily and they're just
Yeah.
like just yank on it, just pull it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, the second time it happened I'm like okay,
ouch. You were
like
like, I know what to do. I hate
I'm like
it, but I know
okay,
what to do.
I don't feel it here. And they're like you okay, like do me a favor.
Not
And
really,
I just
yeah.
kind of like literally picked up my own arm and was like pull.
Yep.
And like you hear the crunch and people freak out and I'm like
Oh,
all
yeah.
right, I'm good. The
Good to
only problem
go.
is now I have like limited now I have a limited range of motion.
Yeah.
Eh. I wasn't a big fan
Oh.
of jumping jacks anyway.
Oh.
Because like that's as high as it goes. That's it.
Oh, yikes.
I'm gonna be worthless at a baseball game for a wave. That's about it.
Oh. Well, yeah.
But
I feel like
eh,
that's part of life and getting
yeah.
older, and it's not fun, but
No,
it
it's
is what it
not.
is.
It is for the birds. It is for the birds.
Yeah. Well, uh, so I would say it's going to be tricky practicing the Hanon and the technique exercise this week with having a finger that's like, hey, I need to rest. Like I'm
I
hurting right now.
I'm good, but I've like been paying attention to it.
Okay.
Like um the big challenges were more honestly in the left hand scales. Like
Okay.
if I would have to pivot over, like I couldn't use the thumb joint at all. I would
Mm,
literally have to like roll my whole arm and shoulder.
yikes.
Now I'm good, but
Mm.
it definitely impeded practicing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm good now, but I mean, no problems because
Mm.
that was the motion that did it for me.
Ah,
It so like anytime I would like when I cross over, I usually like hand on key use that motion, and that motion was not happening.
right.
That was what was triggering it. So like when I chilled out, heat literally sat with just a bag of ice in my hand. Um, it helped. I think by Thursday I was good to go. But yeah, it was not fun because I just like, what did I do? I can't
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint what I did. Like so I knew what it was. Was it a jam? Was it a pull? Was it just like
Right.
a hyperextension? I have no idea. I'm like all of these
Mm.
things kind of get the same treatment, but specifics would make it easier to treat to help feel better sooner.
Oh, for sure.
So
Yeah,
it's just like I don't know
absolutely.
what it did.
Yeah. Well, I would say ice it, take anti-inflammatories to help with that, but it's going to be annoying for a little bit.
Yeah, it's doing better now. Like I did kind of cheat and use some old like hand stretches
Oh yeah,
as
great.
well.
Yeah,
Like
some like PT stuff.
yeah, like
Nice.
that that
Sure.
I'm not very good at.
Yeah,
Um
but I think that's great. Working in some physical therapy stretches. You can even like Google physical therapy stretches for hands and find some really good guides online. So I think that would be a really great way to approach that.
I mean I'm so close to 10. So close. It's not even funny. I can
Yeah.
get I can get 9
So
no
trying to
problem.
work it a little bit
Yeah, like
farther.
I can get 9 pretty easily, but like I can't get and I'm like right there too.
Right. And it's
I'm
just
like
not quite there.
and I'm like I just want to say I can do it. Kind of
Yeah.
there's no purpose to it. I just want to say I can do it.
It would make playing certain things easier though. So I definitely
And
get it.
I don't know if I've even seen anything with a 10 key spread, but
But
I'm not saying it doesn't
even for
exist.
rolled chords, you could, reach farther when you're rolling chords.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying that, I don't know, there's some of them Russian composers and such, they had gigantic hands.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
like just it's like right there. It's like right there. I'm like so close.
Yeah.
Even like hanging off the edge, even doing the cliffhanger. I'm like I can't get it to like
Right.
stupid personal goal thing, but
So close.
yes, it's like there. Like I can kind of push C and E down,
Yeah.
kind of, but I can't do it enough to get. I can get the C, but I can't do it enough to get the E, and I'm literally like at the edge of the keys, kind of a thing.
Hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure I have indents in my pinky and thumb right now from the corners of the keys, but I can't. I'm like, oh, so close.
Yeah. So keep doing the stretches because I think that you probably can get a little bit farther if you continue to keep doing the stretches and the PT exercises. So so keep working on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting better with the dexterity. I mean, I think trying to remember what what chord it was. Nope. What chord? Nope. I'm trying to remember which chord it was that I like. First time I tried playing it, I like the stretch was just so awkward that
Yeah.
I had T-Rex hands going on for like
Oh,
a week.
right.
Nope. This is gonna bug me now. Nope. I'll figure it out. But actually no. I have it written down. It was an E flat. It was an E flat major key chord that and it was an inversion. And like I was practicing it in one of the out of the book pieces and I just cramped up so bad like I had pains for days.
Oh,
Um but now it's nothing. Not even an issue.
that's
So I know the
awesome.
dexterity is getting better.
Yeah, that's great.
So I'm kind of hoping whatever I did just will help improve the dexterity.
Yeah.
So, at least something came out of that annoying couple of days.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. So practicing this week on number 5, getting kind of back to where I was, sort of a thing.
Hmm.
Um, Probably would by next week I should be able to, excuse me, I should be able to squeak out hands together. Um,
Great.
the full shebang.
Awesome.
Um,
Perfect.
Maybe start working on number 6. I don't know.
Okay. Absolutely. I love that idea. So then, because you had started number six before, but then we kind of left it behind.
Well, I'd started it thinking that's where we were at, and I was told
Yeah.
I started 6 thinking it was 5, and then looked at it and went, "Oh, it's because it's not the right one. Never
And
mind."
that's okay.
And the funny thing about it is number 6 was almost exactly like the left hand exercise, only with both hands.
Yeah. Right.
So it was really weird because I was like, "Oh, this is kind of the same thing."
Uh-huh.
I'm confused.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead. So keep also working on your technique exercise. Again, those are going to be a little
Okay.
bit trickier right now because of um specifically because of the finger. But I would say ice it, take anti-inflammatories, and try to like do the gentle stretches. If you need to, though, you can like tape your finger to the one next to it and like help hold it like still or whatnot. Like your thumb, or if you do two fingers together, just to keep it a little more like stable and supported through that. So then let's try. Mm, let's go ahead and look at the piece that you're playing the chord chart on because I want to see if we can rework
Okay.
some fingerings to make it a little bit easier without that finger right now.
With that finger, I'm okay because
Okay.
it's not most of the tricky spots that I'm having are in the left hand or in the right hand, excuse me. Um, and so it's not too bad because all I'm
Okay.
doing in the left hand is playing the root.
Oh, great. Okay.
So I've got
Do you want to do more than that, or are you happy with that?
for now I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Um, because the only other thing that it other than maybe adding like the octave.
Yeah.
So the inversion that they're utilizing for the C and the F have it's the second inversion for both the C and the F because it keeps the three finger anchored on that C.
Hmm.
So and then there's the A minor, which still keeps three anchored on C. And the only chord that it's weird, kind of one of it's a chord that they list, but I don't hear it. But when I play it, it makes sense, kind of a thing. So it's a G suspended 4, which they have G, C, and D
Hmm.
into a just G natural. It's the dismount off of that because that's kind of the pre-chorus.
Yeah.
So it's the A minor, G, G, and then it's that it's dismounting back into the FC, but instead of using whole measures, it's halves. So it's F's. The chorus is F C F C G sus 4 F. Oop, give me that. No, come back. Transpose. Just come on. I know you did it. Why are you being a butt?
Mhm.
Oh, that's why. Uh, there we go. So yeah, the so it's just pretty much the F F C G suspended C or G suspended 4. So it keeps the 3 pretty much anchored. Actually, it's yeah, the 3. So there's the G, and it's F C. Yeah, yeah, G F C F C G. There's only one chord in this, excuse me, that just sounds on its own sounds horrid. And I mean absolutely horrid, and I don't understand why. Let me see what they use for a fingering suggestion on that. Good googly moogly. The scroll, there it is. So the the tail of the chorus is the F C, and I really don't like this chord at all.
Oh.
The fingering is super weird. It's a D minor 7, and
Hmm.
it's got A, C. So in order, it's A, C, D, F. And coming off of the having everything anchored in the same spot kind of a thing, because everything seems to be anchored on off the 3 finger on that C. So F, C, it just sounds weird.
Yeah.
It's huh, the hell do they do that for? Weird. So they throw in a little bit of a curveball on a variation on the next A minor, because then
Mhm.
it goes back to C, and then it's A minor 7th, which is super squirrely and uncomfortable to play
Yeah.
because it's everything but the 4 finger.
Oh.
At least that's how my hand naturally goes to it.
Yeah.
Because it's G natural,
Hmm.
A, C, E.
Right. I mean,
Thankfully,
you can do that.
I would just assume, honestly, probably remove the seven.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. You can just take it out. You can also play with sometimes moving one of the notes from the left hand to the right hand as well, or vice versa. So let's say, one note's a little awkward to have in that hand. You can just find a way to work it into the other hand if you really want the sound. But you can really easily take out the fifth of the chord. You can always take out. That's not a problem at all. You usually want to have at least the root and the third, but taking the fifth out and then also taking out any additional, like add nine, add six, add seven,
So,
you can always take those out.
not knowing the A minor chord that well,
Yeah,
um,
so you need to have the A and the C,
okay, so
but
yeah,
everything else you can take out.
so A minor is built A minor or A, C,
And then
E.
E. Hmm. So then
So I
if you
think,
added the seventh, the major seventh added would be a G sharp, and then the minor seventh added would be the G natural. And you can play with, if they don't, you can play with what you like better since you're just kind of playing off a chord chart and, making up what you like. So if you want to have all of those in there, you can just leave out the G. It's not going to really make any difference at all. The seventh makes a lot more of a difference. So having the
okay.
third plus the seven, I like. So I'd probably do like A, C, and G would be
Yeah,
what I would do, and then find a
that
way if it's uncomfortable to fit it into one of those into the right hand if needed.
so if we leave out the fifth,
Hmm.
which given the given the inversion that they're going for, because they've got
Hmm. Yeah.
the seventh of the chord at the left.
Okay. You know, for triads, for when you have a major or minor chord, just the triad, you always want to have the third, but the very minimalist way, the most minimal way you can play a seventh chord is the root plus the seventh. So if you played just the A and the G, you would actually get like basically the harmonic texture of having a full seventh chord if you're playing
Okay.
like melody in the right hand.
So I guess what I'm a little confused about with what they're suggesting, kind of combining that with a theory question.
Yeah.
So we have like just the standard A minor, we know that the seven added to it is the G natural in this case because it's an A minor.
Yeah.
What is there anything dictating where that G is?
Nope. You can put it
Okay,
wherever you want. So you can
so
do any inversion, any arrangement of those notes.
like as the chord is transposed, let me say it that way. I could literally do A minor or A, C, E, and then just jump up and go. I mean, I got to do a crossover for it, but that that's a minor seven technically
Hmm.
as it's transposed. I was just really confused because when we go through chords and we add the seventh to anything, typically it's down. So like in this case, I would think it would be if I can even get my hand position properly. So A, but the way that they have it suggested, I guess is the
Hmm.
right word,
Yeah.
is G. So I guess it's more of a tonal type of situation,
Sure.
if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
So the tone of the seventh is kind of what's dictating, I guess the tone of the piece is dictating where the seventh
Sure.
is.
Hmm.
Because it is it's an upbeat but sad song.
Right.
So you don't typically hear a lot of, I couldn't imagine doing it like an A minor up here.
Right. Yeah.
So it makes sense that if I have to have the seventh, then it would be up here.
Sure. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of it's going to be, I mean, playing off a chord chart, you're essentially playing by ear, just with like cues for yourself. Um,
Hmm.
and so you're coming up with the textures and harmonic structures and things that you like. With triads, we always want to have the third because that's how we know if it's major, if it's minor. We hear the harmonic, but the fifth doesn't really matter. It's just
Okay.
extra, so you can always take that out. The very most minimal way you can do a chord that's a seventh chord is the root plus the seventh, but ideally you're going to have the root, the third, and the seventh to get the full texture of that harmonic structure. And then you'll want to have like your melody more usually in the right hand, though that can change.
Okay. So interesting. So that like kind of takes me back to the D minor chord
Mhm.
that had they yeah, because they've got A, C, D, F,
Hmm.
whereas a D minor should be the DFA. So A, or am I wrong on that? Root position for D minor,
Root
D,
position is just going to be the D. You go a third up. So you're going to
F,
have F natural, and then a third up from that is the A. If
A.
you want to count the thirds,
Okay.
minor chords are going to be three half steps between, and then four. And then major is going to be the opposite, four half steps and three. So like C major, you go C, one, two, three, four half steps to E, and then one, two, three half steps to G. But if it was
Okay.
minor, you go C, one, two, three, E flat, one, two, three, four to the G. So you can always count your thirds to check. For minor chords, minor third with a major third above. For major chords, major third with a minor third above.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out like, okay, they call out the D minor seven.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, in the root position, that leaves A is the fifth. So I could get away with, ooh, that would make things considerably easier in
Yeah,
that version.
it can. It makes it so much easier sometimes to leave out the fifth and then do a different inversion. And it's like, oh, that just fits in the hand so much better.
It kind of does
Hmm.
actually, because I've got the in the progression, it's the F, C, D minor seven, and then back to C, and then we've got the weird A minor seven, but I can leave out the E there. So it actually kind of helps to remove the fifth in those
Yeah,
because it's just less strain trying to get to somewhere.
right.
Okay. I don't think there are any more squirrely chords.
Awesome. Yeah. So
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
that'll make it a lot easier. You can go through and kind of rework it and figure out what's going to be easier for you and just figure out what you want to do with it. So let me know how that goes this week, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, nice work. Congrats again on your new home, your new
Yeah.
condo. That's very exciting. I hope everything goes smoothly with getting stuff fixed and getting moved in. And um,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could just call with the washer and dryer. You could probably call like a Salvation Army to just come pick it up and they
That's
can
the
sell it in their
that's
stores and whatnot.
that's part of the fun of the location. I literally have to pass a Goodwill.
Oh,
Have to.
perfect.
So
So you're
like
like, I can
I
just give
could
it to them.
I could I could use a like a hand cart
Yeah,
dolly and literally walk things down to Goodwill.
right. Oh, that's
So
nice.
um
Yeah, when we moved stuff to here, um, we just like some of the stuff we were like, it doesn't really fit, and like because I moved from a little bit larger location to here, and um, we just left stuff on the curb, and then a guy came by with a truck and took all of it.
there you go.
We were like, great, thanks. Like
Yeah.
lamps and just random like chairs and things that were like, we don't really have anywhere for it.
Yeah, the
We had a
original
ton of board games and we were like, we don't need all these. So we like put some by the curb and all of it just poof disappeared. Some
yeah,
artwork.
the my realtor um kind of showed up for the last bit, like the last half of the home inspection and talked to the seller's realtor, and I guess there's some things that they're they're not wanting to recover. Basically, there's like a chair and like some hutches and things like, and my realtor was like, they're willing to remove it if you want. I'm like, well, what are they leaving? There's some cups and some glasses, and I'm like, I'll go through that. But like they started opening the drawers, and I'm like, yeah, no, if it's mail or anything like that, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I don't want to be even remotely questioned about, you know, there whether or not there's an issue with this woman's ID. You know, I don't want her mail. Nothing. If it's documents, get rid of it. But everything
Mhm.
else, I'll just figure it out when I move in. Once I get the keys. So because I think there's like a vacuum, and I'm like, I don't need a
Yep.
vacuum. I'm good. But um, I think work could use an updated vacuum because the one we have is loud as hell.
Yeah.
And it's not that great. But I'm like, we'll figure it out. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm just ready for the process to be over with.
Yeah. And be able to just like settle into your new home.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Well, good luck with all that. I think it's going to be great for you. I'm very excited for you.
thank you.
And I'm excited to keep working on piano too. So I hope that, that everything works out and your finger starts to feel better and
Getting
that
there.
things settle down a bit for you.
Yes.
Awesome. Are you going to watch the Super Bowl today?
Eh,
No, I don't even
eh.
know who's playing, honestly.
Go sports ball.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea who's playing even, so.
Nine times out of ten, I only usually watch it for the halftime show, and then like again, nothing against him, but everyone's like, "Oh, Kendrick Lamar is doing the." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I don't care."
Yeah.
Like last year,
I don't
um,
know who that is.
I, he's a hip hop artist. He's got like two like super popular songs right now, and I'm just like, to me, they sound like, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old because I'm just like, song's kind of annoying.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
eh. But then there was like last year, I don't remember, like I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't even remember who the headliner for the frickin' Super Bowl last year was, but like I think it was Little John or something like that. I don't even remember.
Hmm.
But like they ended up doing like a whole reunion for like the song, or no, it was Usher who did it last year because they did the song "Yeah," where it has like Little John and Ludacris, and like they
Yeah.
start playing it, and I'm like, it's not gonna be the same. And then like Little John came out, and I'm like, okay, we're getting there. And I'm like, Ludacris is hands down one of my favorite hip hop artists, just because like most of his stuff is it's pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's not gonna be the same. And like then Ludacris comes out, and I'm like, all right, I'm sold. I'm sold. This is great. This is a great halftime performance right here. With this, I'm like, dude's got like two songs that I know of, and they're super annoying.
Oh, yikes.
Like, it's that instant, like, okay, I'm not listening to this anymore. Like, turn the radio. Like,
I feel like though you can always look up the halftime shows afterwards, like after
yeah.
the fact. So,
So I'm like,
um, I mean, I have watched Super Bowls and enjoyed it, but it's just not something I really keep up with
all
anymore.
right.
So,
It's for me. I know that I know who's playing, and it's the Chiefs and the Eagles.
okay.
And I'm just kind of super sick of hearing about the Chiefs
Ah,
in general.
yeah.
Like it's their third year going to the Super Bowl, and of course, the one dude dating Taylor Swift. I'm like, good,
Oh, got it.
good,
Okay.
good for you. I don't care.
Yeah, Travis somebody or other.
Yeah. Um, because this is like literally, I think it was not last year, but the year before. It was Chiefs and Eagles, and one brother was on one team, one brother was on the other team.
Hmm.
And now it's like, okay, the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl and the other brother retired. So it's like
Ah.
nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. It's the Taylor
That's
Swift
funny.
Bowl at this point.
Got it.
Like I'm just like, I don't live and die by sports. So
Yeah.
just like
That's fun. Yeah, I haven't followed football at all this year. So, and neither of those are teams that I've ever really been fans of. So I just
I,
don't really care.
yeah, same. I'm
So
just
I
like,
didn't even know what was happening today, except that one of my students was like,
either
"Can we skip our
die.
lesson?" He was like, "It's the Super Bowl today. Can we move to a different time this week?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, whatever."
I had no idea until something on like social media, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, is that like? I think it was like a
Yeah, I was like,
DraftKings
"It's today?"
like
Oh,
ad. I think it was a DraftKings ad or something, and I'm like, oh, is that today? Mm,
okay.
mm.
Yep, I didn't even know until a student was like, "Can we move it?" So,
I was more excited because the weekend because one of the animes that I watch releases new episodes on
oh,
Saturday, so I was like,
oh,
sweet.
nice. That's
I was like, sweet.
awesome. Yeah. See,
Uh,
I would be more excited about something like that.
and yeah, and I was like totally like yes.
Yeah.
Um, So it was just like, oh, it's Super Bowl weekend. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, new
Get it.
solo leveling. Yes.
I feel ya. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
To like what you like. That's great.
Yeah. I'm gonna make like a my cranberry ranch chicken and
Nice. That sounds good.
I love it. It's a love it or hate it dish. I've
Okay.
noticed, but it's super easy to make.
Nice. Well, it sounds good. I like spicy sweet combos, so I like to put like pineapple in fried rice and stuff.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that at all.
Well, it sounds
Um,
delicious. I hope you
there's
have a
a
wonderful evening. Let me know because I know you're going to be moving if you need to like change days
I,
or anything.
that's not going to be for
Oh,
some
okay.
time. So
All right.
because I don't, it's the yeah March 21st is like when I sign the paperwork and get the keys.
Nice. Okay. That's
So
awesome. So a
I
little bit of a wait, but that eager
yeah.
anticipation gives them time to fix those couple things.
Well, it also like the way I tried to work it out was that my like the first month of your mortgage is free, quote unquote. When
Ah,
realistically you pay it at the closing table.
sure.
Um, that
Yeah.
gives me April with the last month rent, but no mortgage, and then start off May with my mortgage. I'm not like overlapping having to pay two people for a domicile. So that was the plan. Like I realistically I probably could have been in there like next month.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
that means paying out a mortgage and rent. So,
Right.
ooh.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, super
Well,
thing.
I hope that, things end up going really well with that. So it sounds like you will have some time to practice this week, which is great.
Yes.
And let me know if you need any more guidance on those chord structure arrangements for your
Oh,
left hand and whatnot. Um, Take good care of your finger, and
okay.
I'll plan to see you Sunday.
Alrighty.
All right. Thanks, Sean. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.